He's 104 years old, the second oldest Pearl Harbor survivor, and he's still traveling the world. You can meet Lieutenant Jim Downing tonight as he signs copies of his book, The Other Side of Infamy. And here with us now, Jim himself. Jim, it's great having you, my friend. Tell us about that day on Pearl Harbor. You're there. What happened?
Yes, I was stationed on the battleship USS West Virginia. And the battleships were the main target of the Japanese. They struck all 8 of them. But the first thing was surprise. It's hard for this generation, I think, to think of a time when there were no satellites and no radar. So all we knew is what we saw. And the Japanese had made a false gesture of peace. So we let down our guard, thinking we might come to terms with them. So as I look back on that day, the first thing was surprise. And it was more than surprise, really a shock to see that peaceful Oahu with warplanes coming around dropping bombs and torpedoes. My ship was hit with 9 aerial torpedoes.
Wow.
And sunk within 20 minutes. Pearl Harbor is a shallow harbor. We only had about 6 feet of water underneath us. So we sunk down in the mud, and everything above the water line was on fire.
Wow.
A battleship is not particularly made out of combustible material. But there was a lot of oil burned, and we had pretty thick coats of paint to make it look nice on there.
Of course.
And that burned the most, and I think made the most smoke.
My goodness.
But I was, after the surprise and shock, the next thing I experienced was fear. The first Japanese plane I saw was coming straight at me, and he was flying low and slow. When he got at the right angle, he cut his machine guns loose. Now, fortunately, he didn't bank far enough, so they went over my head and dug a trench.
Wow.
The war became very personal at that point.
No doubt.
And then as I saw the damage that was done, I was angry at our leadership. As much high-powered political and military leadership as we had, they should have never let it happen.
Absolutely.
So I was angry with our leadership. And then there was kind of an overwhelming sense of gratitude and pride in the way our men handled themselves. Without training, without leadership, everybody instinctively did the right thing. So we acquitted ourselves very well that morning. Only shot down 29 planes, but 74 more were damaged to the point when they got back to their carriers, they had to just roll some of them over in the ocean because they were not repairable.
I love how you said you only shot down 29 planes. There was a lot of amazing stories that kind of came from that day, and this is why this book is so important. As a matter of fact, you're a Guinness Book of World Records recipient for the oldest male author for your book, called The Other Side of Infamy. What can we find inside this book?
Well, there's a difference between what a historian can dig up and what a person is right there. So this book is built around my personal experiences that morning.
And you're going to be signing this book, aren't you?
Right.
You're signing this today. Where will you be signing this?
At Henderson at 4 o'clock tomorrow.
Today, as a matter of fact. And this is really, it's an incredible book, and it's not just an incredible book for people who many seniors watch our show, but for the younger generation as well, to be able to understand where we came from. You want the younger generation to take something from this book, don't you?
You are the leaders of today and tomorrow. You're the voters. You're the taxpayers. You're the legislators. Keep America so strong that no enemy will even think about attacking us.
Jim, You're certainly strong. You're still here, 104 years. You are certainly a symbol of strength, and it is such a pleasure to be able to have you here on the set. And we look forward to having this book signing and getting to meet you. Jim, thank you so much.
Well, thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you.
It's a pleasure. Hey, listen, don't miss Lieutenant Jim Downing's book signing. It's happening today, 4 p.m., Barnes & Noble in Henderson, right by the Galleria Mall off Stephanie and Sunset. It's in honor of Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, which is Thursday. Stay with us. We'll be back.